Hello. Hello and welcome back to Outer Wilds. We just did our first loop. Oh, hold up, you're gonna want to get the launch codes from the observatory first. I already got them from the observatory, remember? Huh, must be inhaling more fumes than I realized. That stuff is potent. Well, if you got the codes, I'm not gonna stop you. Good luck. Take care of that ship. Actually, what we should do is check in with Slate every once in a while. Didn't they already lift off? Trust me. With the modifications I've made to those rockets, there's no way I would have missed that. I want to ask how you got the launch codes, but since you have them, get a move on. I want to see whether the new cockpit stays attached during liftoff. Something I'm going to do real quick. Let me get my... okay. We'll go the long way around. I want to check one more time the observational, not the observation thingy, you know, the thingy, the museum. I want to check it out just one more time, just to do a quick sweep, see if anything's different. I don't know if I talked to this guy. Fishing rhymes. Singing helps me pass the time. You're leaving the crater? Guess we'll all be a little busier without you around to lend a hand. That big water planet, Giant's Deep, that's where I'd go. Why is that? One time, after the rest of the village had left to sleep, and it was just the two of us sitting around the campfire, Gabbro told me about their first trip to Giant's Deep. They landed their ship easily enough in the waves, but couldn't see too far down. On account of how murky the water was, I guess. Too dark. Gabbro wants to see what lays beneath the surface, so they decided to travel deeper, and they traveled down and down. But suddenly, Gabbro couldn't go any further. Yeah, Giant's Deep has a current you can't pass through. Sure, okay, but shut up a minute. This is the good part. As though exercising a will of its own, the water was refusing to let Gabbro go any deeper. It held Gabbro back, almost as if it were trying to protect them from something. And then, in the terrible darkness, Gabbro saw it. The tentacle of some hideous beast! Ah! I mean, that's what Gabbro said anyway. Whatever it was, it freaked Gabbro out pretty good. Everyone wants to hear new stories at the village campfire, you know? Make sure you bring some back with you. And that's an invitation to come back. And you know, talk to people, because the dialogue does change ever so slightly. Yeah, I have to go up. Sorry about that. I had to cough my brains out, apparently. You know, you get like a tickle. It's really bad when you have to like say things and then you have a tickle in your throat. It's real bad. So I guess in regards to the new content, I'm forgetting what the name of the DLC is called, which is fine. I'd almost prefer not to know it. It might give me a hint. What I'd really like is just to like get the first track, the first sign of the new content, to get an idea like where it begins. I don't remember this guy being here. Hornfells. Hey, look at this. The statue opened its eyes. Bet you wish you'd seen that happened. Huh? Sigh, me too. I'm not even a little closer to understanding what's going on with this statue. Was there something you needed? Where are the other travelers? Tell me about Feldspar. 4 founding members of Outer Wilds, along with our flight coach, Gosan, Slate the engineer, and me. As ground control later the museum curator, I didn't work with Feldspar as closely as Slate and Gosan did. I can tell you Feldspar was almost absolutely fearless, though. Nothing scared them. Test piloted everything Slate ever built. It's a wonder Feldspar lived to see space. Frankly, but they did. Flew all sorts of dangerous stunts and explored everything they could find. And then one day they just didn't come back. We don't know what happened, or where Feldspar went, or even whether they're still alive. It's been a long time since they left. That's, yeah, Esker's the one on the moon, and for some reason he's not in this ship, or in this picture. Big thanks to these additional founding members of Outer Wilds ventures. Without them, whom we would never have gotten off the ground. Ben Etherington. Qwerty the Pie. Jordan Frith. Tom Cummings. Shark Templar Farrell. Are these like people who donated to the Fig? I know that Outer Wilds was crowdfunded, not on Kickstarter, but on Fig. Just want to have a quick look around. Just on the off chance there's something else. Yeah, I'm seeing nothing. They explicitly told me there was something new waiting for me in the museum when I started the game up. So that's kind of interesting. Maybe they meant something else. Okay. Let's get moving. We don't have a lot of time. We'll see. I'm gonna see how long a full day lasts. I'm pretty sure it's about half an hour, and I think that's good enough for an episode. I think that's a good amount of content. I'll try and make it as good as I can. Try and get as much bang for our buck. I'm not gonna speed run things. I'm not gonna rush things at all. But, I'll try and move at a brisk pace. Interesting thing, difference between this game and the prototype, is in the prototype you actually had to input the launch codes before the first time skip or time loop. And, it was just one of those like extra things you did as the player, is you inputted the launch codes when you actually when you got them. So what's kind of interesting, and I mean this is true for this game as well, is if you had started a new game with the prototype, you could launch right away, which you actually can't in this game. You can, for the most part, do most things for the first time right away. And what I mean by that is if you have certain knowledge of how things work, you can solve puzzles right away. But certain things that, well, really it's just the launch codes. It's actually only the launch codes. Only the launch codes can you not you have to get them before you can put them in, because you don't physically put them in. Well, I do that a lot. I'm going to be doing that a lot. Hey, Hatchling, thought you were taking that tin can of yours into space today. What are you still doing here? Me, I saw something crash over the horizon and didn't like what I was seeing in the pictures my little scout was sending back, so I thought I'd come over here myself and take a look. So what crashed? I don't know what it is exactly. Looks like some kind of plant seed, But it's not anything I've seen on Timber Hearth before, and trust me, I was quite the explorer back in the day. Do you think it's extraterrestrial? It kind of looks like something that might have come off of Dark Bramble. Whatever it is, it's put down roots in a hurry. I don't like the look of this thing, hatchling, and that's a fact. I think I'll set Marl and Hal loose on it. Best get rid of this mess sooner rather than later, and no one can remove an unwanted plant faster than a tree keeper can. I'll have to get a look at what's inside the seed first, though. Don't want to get anybody... Don't want to set anybody to hacking up a potentially dangerous plant without a better idea of what's lurking inside there. Tuff can help me haul the old scout launcher over here. Obviously the opening is too small for someone to fit inside, and anyway, I'm not going to blindly stick my hands in anything that looks as unpleasant as that seed does. That's a good way to lose an arm or two. So this is a little bit of taste, a taste of Dark Bramble. I'm coming here first because this is actually where I went first for my first playthrough of Outer Wilds. So it's as valid as any place to go. This is our scout, and we're gonna have a look here. So, scary. Quite scary. There's quite a lot that's scary in that seed. Blasted seed did a lot of damage when it crashed. I liked this crater. Threw a little scout into the seed. You did you? And you're telling me it's bigger on the inside than on the outside? Humph, this is going to be a chore to chop up, and no mistake. Can we even remove a seed that doesn't have the decency to stay the same size all the way through? Maybe I'd better grab an extra axe or 3 just in case. I am interested in what would happen exactly if you were to chop into a Dark Bramble seed. What would happen? Not to spoil anything, but I mean, I don't think I know what would happen. So, I'm pretty sure we went down there, although yeah, we went down there. We could go down there again, but I'm not going to. Stuff we can do here. I vaguely remember how these work, but how it exactly works, I'm not sure. Okay, so we do have a little bit of platforming in Outer Wilds. Not a lot, but just exactly enough to whet your appetite. Oh, this leads to the other... I've already been here. This is the mines. I don't want to come back here. I've already done this. There might be more down there. We might be going down there again, but, you know, for now. Let's not waste any time. So, you know, someone, you know, the fisherman mentioned, hey, Giant Steep sounds kind of cool. Let's go to Giant Steep. If someone mentions a place to go, I'm going to go there. It's as good a place as any to go. It's really easy to, like, you know, get kind of caught in a thread and want to explore it, but to know where actively to start, I don't know. It's an interesting question. Duplicate signal. Interesting. Error duplicate signal. So there's a duplicate signal, and I'm pretty sure that is Dark Bramble. We're not going to do that yet because Dark Bramble sucks. I hate Dark Bramble. Listen, I know this is the this month's spooky game. I know maybe for some that's going to seem like an odd thing for me to say, but it is. It's the spooky game. I am trying to lock on to that, but it's not really letting me. So I'm just going to move towards it. I think that's Giant's Deep. Why won't it let me lock on? That's weird. Yeah, it's just like straight up. I wonder if there's a bug or something happening. Ooh, oh, almost crashed. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't have autopilot, is you just like speed past things. And then you have to do your best to like try and catch up, and then you speed past them again. I'm gonna unplug my controller for a second here. Oh, that's, you know what? That's actually a dangerous thing to do. My computer, for some reason, loves to read my PS4 controller as a sound input device. So I would prefer not. So this is Giant's Deep. It's a fairly chaotic place. One of the few places with landing pads, I think. Also, take note, that's how high I jump. You might have noticed, you know, Giant's Deep is actually quite large. And because it's so large, it actually has quite the gravity. Too close to target text. What? Statue workshop. This might have, yeah, this might actually be where the statue came from that opened its eyes. So yeah, you have increased gravity, and therefore there's a little bit of a extra challenge here in that navigating things. You don't really have. I don't even think you can take off. Like, you can't use your jetpack to fly upwards like you can on like Timber Hearth, for instance. Maybe you can. You can certainly get some forward momentum. They're going to test the memory statues tonight. Flock says it could be dangerous, so we can't come. But what if we didn't use the door and snuck in the other way? Does anyone want to? Flox specifically told us not to do that. I really want to see the test too, Lammy, but that's a huge risk to take. We probably shouldn't. Maybe Flox will let us. Wait, we probably shouldn't. Maybe Flox will let us see a later test. I don't know why that sentence was so difficult for me. We have our end of day music happening right now, so maybe these episodes are going to be a bit short. If that's the case, I might upload 2 at a time, like 2 per day. Although 20 minutes is pretty good. I don't know. You let me know. I'm going to be uploading these a little bit quicker than usual. meaning, after I've recorded them. But I feel like we almost accomplished nothing. Certainly we didn't get a lot done at this place. Maybe we can sneak a peek at something real quick. Oh, we've got another one of these. Welcome to Giant's Deep, friends. I'm excited for you to meet the statues. If I'm not in my dwelling, I'm likely in my workshop below, inside the island. It's interesting. This got to be one of the few places you can't see the star exploding. And you can kind of see it. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Like I said, let me know if you'd like to see more, maybe like 2 days per episode. I can try and make that happen, or I can just upload more episodes. The intention is to finish this game before the end of October, just to let you know. So we probably will get to some of the spookier stuff near the end of the month. Anyways, if you're enjoying the series, do hit that like button. Consider subscribing if you're new to my content, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.